Tom, now come on out here. Don't be silly. Now, I can't do the show alone. Tommy, nobody cares that you ate your Thanksgiving dinner before everybody else. They don't care that you stuffed yourself with turkey and cranberries and candied yams and stuffing and salad. They don't care that you made a big pig out of yourself. Now, come on. Come on, don't waste time. Now, we got to button your coat. Give me this seat.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. With guest stars Tony Randall, Jennifer Warren, Pat Paulson, Jimmy Joy Singers, the Long Pointer Dance Group, and Nelson Riddle and his orchestra.
Love and kisses. That's what a girl gets when she roasts her turkey the Reynolds Wrap way. Just follow the directions on the heavy-duty package. First, line the roasting pan with heavy-duty Reynolds Wrap like this to catch the juices. See how it molds into the corners? So strong, so tear-resistant. Now, make a Reynolds Wrap kint like this. Place it over the lightly browned turkey and relax. No oven spattering. The tent prevents over-browning and keeps the bird moist and juicy without constant basting. And there's your beautiful turkey roasted the Reynolds Wrap way. And Reynolds Wrap keeps your pan so clean, there's no need for messy scrubbing. See? Reynolds Wrap, oven-tempered for flexible strength. Reynolds Wrap.
From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
From the land of Gitche-Gumee by the shining Dixie waters stood the wigwam of Nakoma and the little Hiawatha.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of the very first Thanksgiving, my brother Tom would like to sing for you a few bars of an old and very authentic Indian folk song. Take it away, Tom. Thank you very much, Tommy. That was, it's hard to believe, but that's actual... Thank you. It's very hard to believe that old song that my brother was singing is actually over 1,000 years old. It was handed down from generation to generation.
That's
from
because
the past to the
nobody.
present day.
That's because nobody wanted it.
That's very smart and flip to say that, isn't it? Well, just introduce your Indian song.
Okay. Anahatoa aya atanda toyasnata ata oyatanda.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm introducing the song.
Well, why don't you introduce it in English?
It's not as funny in English. There's a little humor in that introduction I gave.
Well, I didn't hear it, and nobody else caught
There's
it.
a few things, like one of the things that I said was there's a very hilarious joke that's not so funny in English, but it's funny in Indian. It's about the kid that says once was an Indian and he ran and he fell in a puddle. It's not very funny, is it? Listen to it in Indian. Anato awatata to anata wada.
Well, I guess you have a point there. That was very funny.
Yeah.
Now, why don't you just, for me, I don't understand Indian, so why don't you just introduce the song in English?
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to do for you a very beautiful Indian love song.
No,
a song
it's
that,
not an Indian love song.
It's a hate song. An Indian hate song.
It's not an Indian hate
It
song.
is so
either.
an
It's not a
Indian-
hate song.
Yes, it is.
Tommy, come on, do it.
It's about Hiawatha,
Right.
and Hiawatha hated people, and he went around kicking them in the shins. They jump out of bushes and kick people in the shins because he was a shicker.
Boy, was I lucky. And I hope Hiawatha was just as lucky, Tommy.
Well, he
Now, for
jumped
your
out of
information,
bushes.
He was not
Whop,
a shin
whop.
kicker. He was not a shin kicker.
He was a shin kicker.
He was not even known as an occasional shin kicker. You see, he didn't go around doing that.
Yes, he did.
He did not.
What are you doing, trying to protect the Indians?
I'm not trying to protect Hiawatha or the Indians. I admire them both. I think Hiawatha was a great man, and I admire the Indian culture. And I give them credit where credit is due.
Do
Do you have any glimmer of the fact that our early settlers would not have survived without the help of the friendly Indians? Does that bypass your brain? Yes, it does. You know what they helped? They gave them corn, taught them to cultivate the fields and to plant corn and to have food. They gave them turkey. They gave them tobacco.
Tobacco?
Yes.
Boy, those Indians knew what they were doing.
You paleface, you smoke 'em tobacco.
I'll introduce it myself. This is a ritual song sung by a young brave as he would ascend a very high and dangerous mountain.
A young brave in poverty going into puberty.
No.
A young man
I think the word you're looking for is puberty.
A young brave in puberty going into poverty.
It's a young man in puberty going from puberty to manhood.
I thought it was poverty.
No, the word's puberty. Go ahead.
Well, what is puberty?
What do you mean, what is puberty?
So, well, you asked me what it was. What is?
I didn't ask you what it was.
Well, what is puberty?
Well, this isn't the time or the place.
Well, what is puberty? What is it? Is it something I'll be going through pretty soon?
Well, if you put it that way, I don't think so.
Well, tell
If
me.
you missed it the first time around, you don't get
Well,
But I'll tell you. I don't think this is the time or the place, but if it's that important to you, I'll tell you.
You made a big
Come
scene
here. No,
out of it.
all right.
Tell me what it.
Tommy says.
12 years old?
Mm-hmm.
That's the time, huh? You're kidding. That's the place?
I think this is just enough of this stuff. Let's just go on with the story, okay? The Indian story.
Hiawatha, the story we're going into, climbs a very high mountain to face the big test. And he goes up on the mountain, and he stands on the mountain as the setting sun is setting. He raises his arms and he says, "Hold it, son."
He does? Why would he say, "Hold it, son"?
Because Indians are afraid of the dark.
Oh, get out. That is ridiculous. He didn't say, "Hold it, son," because they're not afraid of the
They
dark.
are so
I know.
afraid of the dark.
Why would they be? Why would a brave meaning brave man, why would he be afraid of the dark?
Because of the fact that they're afraid of the dark.
I think we've been there before.
Yeah.
Why are they afraid of the dark?
Because Hiawatha hides in the dark and he jumps out and kicks people in the shin.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Hiawatha again. Whop!
I think this is enough of this very intelligent conversation now, and since we did, this is a sort of a Thanksgiving show, you know, and since the Indians did invite the Pilgrims to the very first Thanksgiving, we thought we would return the gesture and invite an Indian to our Thanksgiving show. So, ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome with me Semo Huaate. Nato etas natato. Now wait a minute. What are you saying? What are you
Great
saying?
sense of humor.
What are you saying?
Dick, excuse me for talking in front of you. I just wanted to welcome Semo to our show.
And I said, welcome to my country.
Oh.
I noticed that you guys are starting to wear beads like all of us. It's a good idea.
Well, we've always worn beads.
But the white man thinks he's discovered everything. The white man came to this country, he thought he found the mountains and the rivers and the lakes. Balboa climbed a tree and he says, I discovered the Pacific Ocean. And his Indians guys thought he was crazy. They knew it was there all the time. And Pocahontas was the first Indian on record to go to England. So we contend that she discovered England.
That makes sense. Just as logical as thinking it the other way. You know, since the Pilgrims invited the Indians to the first Thanksgiving, or they had it together, tell me, do the Indians still celebrate Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we celebrate less and less every year.
That makes sense, too.
When the Indian told the Pilgrims, you are welcome to my country, they didn't mean for them to take it all.
You start a little bit and grows as a habit.
I bet the Indians were surprised. A lot of the Indians were surprised when the Mayflower, people came off the Mayflower and landed here in America.
Here's a story about one of these Indians were watching the Pilgrims wading ashore, water up to their neck and carrying their luggage, their children. And one looked at the other one and he says, man, look at the wetbacks.
I think I've heard that before, too. About all the land that the government gave the Indians in the various treaties.
Well, we used to have a lot of land. They had 370 treaties, but most of them were broken.
Really, huh? That doesn't speak so much the way the U.S. government honors their commitments, does it? But I suppose, you know, being the Indians, and I guess that's just a penalty you have to pay for losing the war.
Well, we wouldn't mind losing the war if we'd have been treated like Germany and Japan.
Yeah.
We're the only people that lost a war to the United States that didn't benefit by it.
Semu, if you, as an Indian or the Indians, were given a magic lamp, you know, ato no ata ta ka no ata. No, seriously, if the Indians were given a magic lamp and they could rub that lamp and have any wish they would want, they could get, what would that wish be?
Well, I'm speaking as a traditionalist, somewhat other things, but we would like to raise our children the way we want to, our own religion, and the right to live in peace.
But the Constitution does guarantee that. I think the Constitution says they guarantee the religious freedom of all citizens, right?
That's right, but most of the schools, way back even when I was young, are mission schools, you know, the different missionaries. So you had to go to that school. So there they would teach you that our ways and our religion were pagans and heathens and superstition.
So they would actually encourage the children not to follow their own religion and to take up Christianity, which is not... What would happen if you would tell your children to study your own religion and forget the religion they taught in school?
Well, the way I was taught was I was going to the white man's school to study the white man, his culture, his philosophy, his religion. And then I told them to tell me because they thought I was a heathen that I didn't believe. And they told me a story about a garden and two naked people, fig leaf, and a serpent that talked. And I thought that was a little too much.
That's a little weird. What can the American people, as a whole, what can the American people do to try to correct some of these wrongs that are being inflicted upon your people?
Well, they have to write to their congressman. But I have to warn them that they will get beautiful brochures and different beautiful beauty spots that they'll send them there that shows how well we got it. And we're better off and real happy and everything. But still, the fact is that our death rate is more than anyone. 50% more with children and 10% more on suicide. And that the average income of reservation Indians, the average through the government, from the government, this information is $900 a year. So,
So when you get down to it, the Indian has the least opportunity as any people living in the United States to succeed in life.
Definitely. We invented the totem pole, but we're at the bottom.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, since we as a country owe our Thanksgiving to the Indians, we thought you might have been interested in knowing how we as a nation have thanked them for Thanksgiving. Now, Semu, you make good medicine. You're a full medicine man, and we would like for you to make do some medicine music, maybe the whole country, some medicine music the whole country could use. I think we could use it all.
Okay. This song is to lift up your spirit, to make you feel good, and if you smile and you're happy, it drives a lot of things away. So it's kind of wild.
Okay,
But I-
Sock it to him.
In just 60 seconds.
Isn't her hairdos? Isn't her capes? Isn't her pants?
What can a girl call her own?
Cover girl +3. First acne medicine in 3 pretty shades.
Then you can wear it on dates. But can it cure?
No acne medicine cures, but this can get great results, and it looks pretty. Cover girl +3. For girls only.
Hi, I'm Carl Yastrzemski, and I take it off with Noxzema medicated shave.
Men, take it off with Noxzema. Yes, Tuss. Men, if Yas takes it off with Noxzema, shouldn't you? After all, he's a sensational quarterback.
Quarterback?
You know, the nice thing about having your own show on television is that you can introduce new talent. Now, the first time I saw this next performer was at a little club in San Jose, California, some years back. And I thought he had real great potential. Hold it down, will you, please? And I felt that at the time that the amount of his talent more than made up his inability to express it. So, ladies and gentlemen, a very funny guy, a swell singer, and a very good brother, Tom Smothers.
Thank you very much, Dick.
Always nothing, Tom. But just remember, when you make it to the top, I made you a star.
Okay. You know, the nice thing about having your own television show is that you can introduce new talent. Now, I first saw this next performer work in a small club in San Francisco a few years ago. I thought he had a great potential, and I felt at the time that his ability to express his talent more than overcame his lack of it. Ladies and gentlemen, a very funny guy, a swell singer, and a credit to his race, our own Patrick L. Paulson.
Thank you, I think.
It was nothing, Pat.
I know.
Just remember, when you get to the top, I help make you start.
Thanks, Tom. You know, one of the lousy things about not having your own show on television is you never get a chance to introduce any new talent. Or any old talent, or any talent at all. Tonight is different. A few months ago, I was working in a club in Los Angeles. This young girl was on the bill with me, and I thought she was great. So I grabbed Tommy, took him down to see her, and he liked her and put her on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce you again tonight, Miss Jennifer Warren. Jennifer, I want to wish you the best of luck. You have a heavenly voice, the face of an angel, and a great sense of comedy. And you're going to go a long way. And when you get to the top, always remember that I made you a star.
I'll always remember you, Pat.
Thank you, because, you know, too often...
Bless you.
Huh?
I said bless you.
I've been picked up before, but this is ridiculous.
up, it was Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I heard was a song outside my window, and the traffic wrote the words. It came a-ringing up like Christmas bells, and wrapping up like pipes and drums. Oh, won't you stay put on the day? I will wear it till the night comes. Woke up, it was Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I saw was the sun through yellow curtains and a rainbow on my wall. Blue, red, green, and gold to welcome you, crimson crystal beads to beckon. Oh, won't you stay put on the day? There's a sun show every second. Now the curtain opens on a portrait of today, and the streets are paved with passers-by, and pigeons fly, and papers lie, waiting to blow away. Woke up, it was Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I knew, there was milk and toast and honey, and a bowl of oranges too, and the light poured in like butterscotch, and stuck to all my senses. Oh, won't you stay put on the day, and we'll talk in present tenses. When the curtain closes and the rainbow runs away, I will bring you incense hours by night, for candlelight, but you alive, if only you will stay. Oh, my darling, won't you wake up, it's a Chelsea morning.
Real great, Jennifer. It's going to be a big star. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer and I, along with our maestro Denny Vaughn, are going to sing one of the great standards of all time, a standard duet, a song of two strong-willed people, competitive people, and it's one of my favorite songs.
I'm superior, you're inferior. I'm the big attraction, you're the small.
I'm the major one.
No, you're the minor one. I can beat you shooting, that's not all. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
You cannot.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Hold it, Denny. You never sang that like that before. I can't compete with that. I don't know how to sing like that, and you know I can't compete with that kind of stuff.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. I'm not even worth trying. I quit.
What about the duet?
You're so great, you duet.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. No, I can't, Denny. This is ridiculous. I can't sing a duet by myself.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. There's no point in even trying. I quit.
But Jennifer, wait. What about the duet?
You play it so well. You duet.
Okay. Get it, me. I can't compete with that. I quit.
Today, this man's just shampooed hair will be the scene of a daring safari.
Stay close. Don't get separated.
Oh, these hairs are so fresh and clean.
Certainly, Virginia. He just shampooed. But he'll need something, though. Something to get them under control.
Something? You don't mean something with grease in it. You don't mean these clean hairs knotted down with grease.
Get hold of yourself, girl.
Here it comes!
Under here! Watch out for the tea! It's a scalp!
This hair is beautiful. Not greasy. What did he put on?
Virginia, look! Up in the sky!
Vitalis has no grease and spreads easily through your hair. So try Vitalis, for Virginia's sake.
From the forest to the ocean, from the mountains to the desert, man has conquered all. Every schoolchild knows the stories of Marco Polo, Christopher Columbus, and countless others. Yet there are men whose great adventures and achievements have gone unheralded. So tonight's true life drama is about one such man and his claim for obscurity. He worked for the Western Union Telegraph Company, and his name was Willie Deliver. That's true. Cross my heart. The part of Willie will be played by Tony Randall. Oh, by the way, Willie was the company's best singer.
Congratulations, stop. Congratulations, stop.
Stop. The year was 1934, and in that year one of history's great moments was taking place. Admiral Richard E. Byrd was on his way to the pole, and unknown to the rest of the world, Western Union's pride and joy, Willie Deliver, was on his way to the pole.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy! A telegram for Admiral Byrd from the President of the United States, and it's up to me to deliver it to him at the pole. Oh boy, oh
boy! So Willie started on his historic journey, accepting his difficult assignment without question. And once on his way, there was no stopping this fearless young man. However, after one block of steadily pedaling, meddling fate reared its ugly finger and stopped Willie cold in a blinding blizzard.
Oh boy! Oh boy! It's colder than a witch's chest!
But poor Willie never gave up. He got himself some warm clothes and a faithful sled dog and pushed onward into dangerous areas that were not yet civilized, like Chicago.
Hush, Muskie! Hush! Hush! We've got to get through this town. I'm not going to let these daily hazards stop me.
Continued until he reached the border and crossed over into Canada.
Wow! Canada! Gee, this is a great place to get out of the draft. But I gotta push on if I want to meet Admiral Byrd at the pole.
For 6 long weeks, Willie forged ever northward. In spite of the cold that numbed his soul and the weariness that racked his bicycle, his mind remained alert and he was able to make incredible observations.
Boy, am I cold! My feet are turning blue. I'm really lost. Jumping Jehoshaphat. Am I stupid?
Yes, incredible observations. The truth. And all seemed lost until suddenly on the horizon, he saw something.
I see something! It's the North Pole! And that must be Admiral Byrd's tent right next to it! I made it! I made it! Oh, boy! have a telegram for you, sir, from the President of the United States. Bird, oh, what a bird you are. Bird, your wings have led you far. Over the north and the south poles you flew. If there were east and west poles, you'd conquer them too. Hail to all your gallant crew. Through snow and ice, they rally to your call. Goodbye to frozen floaties. We're tossing you these posies. Bird, you're the bird of them all.
Hate to tell you this, but I'm not Admiral Byrd.
You're not? Well, where is he? I have to deliver this telegram to him.
This is the North Pole, not the South Pole. Bird's at the South Pole, so take your stupid singing telegram, your dumb penguins, and your freaky dog, and don't bother me. And so, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The true-life drama of Wrong Way Willie, who missed a place in the annals of history by just a mere 15,000 miles. Yes, history neglected to make note of young Willie's courageous attempt, but there are those who still say that when the winds blow briskly through the night, and when the northern lights are at the brightest, you could hear the sound of Willie's voice echoing across the drifts, as Willie continues his never-ending search to find his bird.
Over the north and the south poles you flew. If there were east and west poles, you'd conquer them too. We love you, bird. We love your gallant crew. Dear Mr. Bird, they rally to your call. Goodbye to ice floes tossing. You're through with wintry crossing. Bird, you're the bird of them. Bird, you're the bird of them. Bird, you're the bird of them all.
We'll be right back with Tony Randall, Jennifer Warren, and Pat Colson on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
Honey, let me do it. If you could put Tareyton's charcoal filter on your cigarette, you'd have a better tasting cigarette. Of course, we can't guarantee it'd smoke as smooth as a Tareyton. Face it, if you want your cigarette to smoke as smooth as a Tareyton, it'll just have to be a Tareyton with the activated charcoal filter.
That's why us Tareyton smokers would rather fight
Then switch.
There are a lot of special things connected with Thanksgiving, like turkey dinner, pumpkin pie, and cranberry sauce, and all those delicious trimmings. But mostly, it's a special time to reflect and take inventory on all the things we have to be thankful for.
Now, Dickie and I realize we have a lot to be thankful for. We're thankful for this show and our good fortune and all the good friends we've made. But even with all this, we'd like to ask for a little more with this Thanksgiving prayer song.
You know, Pat Paulson is a very active individual.
We're going to be thankful for him, too, right?
Well,
sure.
Yes, I'm thankful for him.
I'm thankful
and
for
I
him
think
also.
he's thankful for himself, too, because he has a lot to thank himself for. But he's got a lot of personal interests and hobbies, and now that the elections are over, he has a lot more time to devote to them.
Tonight he's going to share one of his favorite hobbies with us. Ladies and gentlemen, our own Patrick Leighton Paulson.
Hi. Perhaps you have noticed my outfit. I'm a bird watcher. I just look. I don't do anything. I do that. Like to explain these items and demonstrate how they help me be a successful bird watcher. This is a standard pith helmet. On top of my pith helmet, I have a nor'easter weather vane. Inside the helmet, I have mounted my Blackie, a fine camera. My Blackie works like this. The string is attached to my shutter button. It runs down my shirt, down my leg, out my pants, and attaches to my big toe, sometimes. Also attached to my pith helmet is a Winslow multi-purpose bird tweeter. And my Winslow goose collar. Over here we have a spray away bug killer, which is... Moving along my body here... Here's my trifoci binoculars, or binocs as I call them. On my arms, I'm wearing a finely woven green netting with plastic leaves. Gives a very lifelike branch effect when you gently waft your arms, like this. Noticed as I waft my branches, I'm also able to feed the birds with my Winslow Bird's feed spreader. I use dried corn, which I keep over here in my Winslow Bird feed pouch. This here is for the birds, and this Hostess Twinkie is for me. So I like to have a little something to nibble on when I'm bird watching. Here is my belt-mounted bird sucker. As you know, certain birds, like the yellow-bellied sapsucker and the ruby-breasted hummingbird, will only drink sugar water or tree sap. That's where this cleverly disguised all-day sucker comes in mighty handy. A word of warning, most of these sugar-eating sapsuckers have very sharp beaks, so be careful. Also, you must remember to keep your sucker moist. This is easily done by sprinkling it with a few drops of water from your canteen. Remember, too, that your sucker will get very sticky. So you have to be careful that your trifoci binocs don't get stuck on your sucker when you're snapping your blackie. Whenever I want to snap a picture, all I do is wiggle my big toe, and there in living color is a nice 3x5 slide of a bird. At this point, I would like to demonstrate how I've taken these basic items and integrated them into a symphony of body movements that allow me to completely camouflage myself. First, I'll squat down a little because it makes the tree effect more realistic. Always have a wary eye out for dogs. Now for a few tweaks. A little corn for the birds. A Hostess Twinkie for me. Always hide your Twinkie when you nibble on it. Otherwise a bird might get it, and you don't want a bird to get your Twinkie. Waft my branches, start the sucker moving here, and wait till a bird spots me. You must remember birds in flight are under tremendous pressure. And I haven't got all day here. And any noise other than a tweet can scare the birds away. I think I see something now. I think it's a myrtle warbler. Oh, it could be a red-bellied peewit. Oh, there's two of them up there. I don't have any agent we take. How about a piece of my Twinkie?
Of all the toothpastes that promise to get teeth whiter, which one gets them the whitest? Just recently, a major dental clinic tested the leading brand's promising whiteness. The clinic did the brushing. The clinic did the rating. And McLean's won. Of the leading brands that promise to get teeth whiter, McLean's got them the whitest. Shouldn't you be using the winner?
I came back to Brill Cream.
I tried another hairdressing, but I didn't like the way my hair looked. So I came back to that little dab of Brill Cream because it leaves my hair looking natural.
We all came back to Brill Cream.
We're glad they did.
Brill Cream, the best-selling hairdressing in the world.
Let's all get up and dance to a song that was a hit before your mother was born. Though she was born a long, long time ago, your mother should know. Your mother should know. Sing again.
Ah, yes. Before your mother was born, how many of us remember?
I know I can't.
There was the Kaiser in Germany, the Tsar in Russia, and Woodrow Wilson was in the White House. It was a happy time before Prohibition, before the Depression. True, there was a war, but it was the old-fashioned kind of war, a declared war. But they sure had some great songs in World War I, like, for instance...
Yankee Doodle Dandy, Yankee Doodle Doodle Die. A real life nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I'm a Yankee Doodle sweetheart, he's my Yankee pride and joy. Yankee Doodle went to London riding on a pony. I am that Yankee Doodle boy. Over there. Send the word over there. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't be back till it's over there.
Oh, how I hate to get up in the morning. Oh, how I love to remain in bed. I put my uniform away and move to Philadelphia and spend the rest of my life in bed.
I know it's going to be lots of fun with all those fellas in the war.
It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, and the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, where Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there.
We've been informed there's an enemy spy in this building, and you're the only one who knows where he is. So for once in your life, do something really heroic, Private. Tell us where he is.
He's out in the audience. He's a really big spy in a really big show. Well, let's really hear it. Got a really big spy.
Right hand salute. Ready. Sergeant, what are the charges?
Sir, the prison was discovered at 4 o'clock in French number 3, kissing a pig, sir.
Kissing a pig? At tea time? It's just not done. How long have you been in the trenches, Private?
3 years, sir.
3 hours. Do you realize, Private, the honor of the regiment is gone? The honor of the King and the British Empire is gone?
Well, I'll marry the bloomin' pig, sir.
You can't. She's mine. At ease there. Men, you know the Royal Air Force is in big trouble. Not a single pilot for our planes. I needn't remind you how difficult it is to salvage an aircraft once the pilot in it has been shot down. In it. You are brave and courageous, you men. Every mother son of you has done your job well. I'm proud. But how much can singers and dancers do, eh? But do not despair, lads. Help is on the way. Hooray! The Yanks have joined the war. Hooray! And two of their absolutely super pilots are joining our squadron. Hooray! Ace and Wings Carruthers. Hooray! The Carruthers brothers. They're expected momentarily. Welcome, Yanks!
Like that.
Well, you
Where'd
didn't
get your license for?
You didn't.
Crackerjack?
You didn't
You
sing.
what do you mean? Don't push me around. You hit the tail
You
of my
didn't
airplane.
signal.
What do you mean I didn't signal? I don't have a red light on the tail of the airplane.
Welcome, Yanks. Doodle dandy.
There's nothing of it. There's nothing.
Did you bring the planes?
Oh, we flew in them. What do you think?
Yeah, it was easy. Think nothing of it.
I'm thinking nothing of it. All right, then. Let's get on with it, lads. Here, then, is a map of the air over our sector.
That's a very nice looking air you got.
Yes, the Blue Baron will probably be somewhere in this area here. Your job, lads, is to find him, pursue him, and destroy him.
What? What'd you say?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Come here. Hey,
I say I want the Blue Baron shot down in flames at your earliest convenience.
Wait a minute. You want us to kill a guy? Listen, we're Americans and we don't do that.
You men are here to help us with the war effort, are you not?
Oh, sure. Well, we'll do it anyway. It'll be fun.
Huzzah! Hurrah! Don't forget this, boys.
No.
This is the war to end all wars. 50 years from now, the world will long have been at peace because of what you helped do here today. Your mother will be proud of you. Bless you.
But what if we get killed? Do you think the world will really remember us?
Well, son, frankly, this is war. And I doubt seriously that the world could actually remember an ordinary thing like a soldier's death.
Oh, yeah.
But they'll never forget these great songs.
Bless them all, the long and the short and the tall.
We're lucky to fight on the side that's so right. Just as the war at the end of them all.
For we're saying goodbye to them all, the long and the short and the tall. Tonight we are proud to be part of this crowd, and we say to you all, bless you all.
Lift up your hearts and sing me a song that was a hit before your mother was born. Though she was born a long, long time ago, your mother should know. Your mother should know. Your mother should know. Your mother should know.
When a big car isn't big enough, get a small car instead. The Volkswagen Squareback Sedan.
Sit tight.
Dad, let's get my football.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you put in these things?
Baseball.
Right.
My bat.
I got everything. Don't worry.
That green one's mine. Get my baseball.
Careful with my jewel case, huh? What are you doing taking jewelry to the mountains?
When a big car isn't big enough, get a small car instead. The Volkswagen Squareback Sedan.
Thank you, and we'd like to thank our guests for tonight, Tony Randall, lovely Jennifer Warren, Pat Paulson, and Semu Huaute.
Thank you. We're running a little late for tonight, so we want to say good night, everybody. Good night. Have a nice Thanksgiving.
And Denny Vaughn. This is Roger Carroll.
Decisions. Do I want good, rich flavor or one that's lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King?
Wait. Now one cigarette gives you both. Pall Mall Gold. Newest U.S. government figures show Pall Mall Gold 100s now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. Longer, yet now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. You make out better at both ends with Big Tip Pall Mall Gold. Tastier, milder. Pall Mall Menthol, too.